here I am in Lapland, Finland, in the Arctic Circle. The temperature is the coldest I've ever experienced. For a moment this morning, it was actually minus 30 degrees Celsius, which is deadly unless you are prepared. I'm on a mission to face the most difficult camping conditions of my life so far. I'm wearing 3 layers on the torso and 2 layers on my legs. That's 2 wool sweaters and a thin winter jacket, and thick wool trousers combined with thin windproof hiking trousers. Never before have I faced such deep snow, although this is not especially deep for the area. 60 centimeters of snow is very slow to walk in without skis or snowshoes, which I don't have on me for some reason. Luckily, some snow scooter tracks helped me to cross at least over half of the hike to my campsite. The tracks are a nice and hard surface to walk on, so it's much quicker. Not many dead trees around here, so I grabbed one when I was close to where I wanted to make my camp. The ideal is to harm a minimal amount of living trees when doing this type of camping. Naturally, if you are in a real life or death survival situation, you can use as much living trees or branches as necessary. The forest will recover from the damage one person makes. To start building my shelter, to survive the extremely cold night, I need to get through the snow and reach the forest floor. The forest floor is much warmer than the air. The ground is somewhere between -2 and -5 degrees Celsius, while the air right now is more than 20 degrees colder. The snow is not hard enough to use snow cubes in order to build an igloo, so instead I'm piling up a lot of snow as walls for my shelter. I have no plan for the next step, but surely this is the best first step, and I must keep moving to stay warm. It's also getting dark soon. As the sun is not even rising above the horizon here, there is only around 7 hours of daylight, most of which are already spent. So I have around 3 hours to finish my shelter. I made a small and high-walled entrance, so when the shelter is ready, more of the warm air stays inside. When I go inside the high snow walls, I can already feel it's warmer. Nearby I found some small dead or nearly dead weak trees, which I can use for making a roof. My plan is to pile snow onto the roof. The roof beams plus a lot of smaller branches provide for a surface which should support a layer of snow. If all goes well, no snow will fall onto my face when I'm sleeping here at night. Since the snow is very loose, I tried to grab larger blocks of solid snow which won't fall through the supporting branches. It seems to be working well, and lastly I pour on light snow using my shovel in order to cover all smaller holes and gaps and to increase the insulative properties of my snow roof. Lots of loose snow has fallen inside when I was building, but that's easy to get out using my shovel. Sleeping on the snow is not a good idea. It can melt and then you will be wet. The ground is warmer and even softer to sleep on. As I enter my almost finished shelter for the first time, I notice it's significantly warmer inside already. And obviously, there is absolutely no wind inside, which makes the temperature feel warmer. Good work. I am convinced now I will survive the night without freezing too much. My setup of a sleeping mattress plus sheepskin and a wool blanket is usually very warm for me, but now that it's so colder than ever before, I'm not sure if the insulation is enough. For sure, I will be able to sleep, but it may be chilly. We'll see. Alright, now it's time to get the fire going and roast some meat. I have been eating some cheese and dried fruit while working, so I'm getting hungry. I have some dry logs with me to help me start the fire. When working without gloves, the heat from my fingers escapes almost immediately, so I was careful and got the gloves back on as fast as possible. When I was moving some metal parts of my camera, I almost got this frostburn in a small part of my finger. The wood from this forest is wet and heavy, but still I thought I could get it burning using my starter logs. I was wrong. Perhaps the cold -25-degree temperature plays also a significant role in the making of my fire, for I could not get it going properly. For a while I had a good heat, as long as I kept blowing air into the embers. Luckily, I did get a good portion of my beef fillet cooked. In these conditions, the meat tastes amazing, and it's gonna keep me going. Red meat, especially, is the best food possible for me. Perfect protein, healthy fats, and a large portion of all minerals and vitamins a human needs. Now it's time to go to sleep. Inside it's now pretty warm and comfortable, even without all of my clothing. My sleeping bag is rated for around minus 10 degrees. It's a too light sleeping bag for this weather, but I have a thick wool blanket, which will bring my comfort and warmth one level higher. Always double check your shelter. I see no weak spots and no snow is falling down on me. It's so cold that the risk of snow melting from my body heat is minimal. I'm missing a door, and the shelter is not as warm as it could be. Just as planned, my sled will make for a perfect door. Some gaps remain at the door, so I will have a light circulation of fresh Arctic air. This is actually super cozy, and I'm not lying when I say that I slept better here than in the cabin I rented a few days before. I sleep well in cool air and find it easier to relax. During the night I dreamed of a wandering herd of elk or cow-like creature. Not sure what it was. And now, in the morning, I was kind of looking around the shelter for signs of other animals. I have to admit, even though I am brave and pure of spirit, sometimes I was thinking, what if there are wolves here? Would I be able to defend myself using my axe or knife? I felt alive. Here in northern Finland, wolves are a common sight, but it is very rare that humans get into violent contact with these beautiful animals. Since I have no more dry firewood, I will have to cut myself some pieces of frozen but delicious meat and chew on a cheese I warmed up in my pocket. Also, I had some dates for carbs and energy. It's a luxurious meal, if you ask me. I start packing things up as I am enjoying the scenery and feeling of the Arctic morning forest. The sun won't rise, but there is light anyway. This was a very good shelter, and I did not freeze at all during the night. I felt at peace. This is how I attain a higher vision for my life, for our lives. A heroic vision where we men are strong enough to take on any burden and push through victoriously. The battle is now, the spiritual war for our freedom and honor. The hike back to my transportation is about 3 hours away. The feeling of returning home after doing something difficult is one which I value highly. Every time I return home with newfound courage and a sense of calm. Thank you for watching my camping trip in the Arctic of Finland. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos and most importantly, get out there. Goodbye.